imagine this. You go into the you living in Australia. Your life is not that bad because you live in Australia. You go into the hospital one day at 64 years old because you have some tummy cramps and diarrhea. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think? I know I'm painting a nice picture here. What do you think could be the cause of these tummy cramps and diarrhea?
Eh, just like a,
Mm.
a stomach bug. Maybe you ate
Yeah.
like something
Yeah.
bad or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be.
Little
Could
food
be.
poisoning. You had Taco Bell the night before.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
which I did
I'm going to
last night
guess the
actually.
last thing that you're suspecting is that you have a specialized python parasite that is a worm that has only ever occurred in snakes for all of human history, lodged firmly, not in your tum tum, no, no, in your brain.
No.
Causing a stomach ache and diarrhea? What the
Look at
fuck?
this. Look at this. Okay. This
Oh my
horrible
god.
roundworm larva was
Ugh.
stuck in this chick's
Uh,
brain. And that's the parasite.
uh,
That's it
Oh
right
my
there
god.
after being
That
extracted
thing's
from the woman's brain.
wow.
And this is a parasite that has only ever been known to occur in pythons in Australia.
Right.
And it's just crawled into this chick's head.
Dude,
and it's
that
and it's making her feel nauseous?
Yep. That's it.
Do they know how it got in?
They're estimating that it was from the grasses. Where did I saw it in here somewhere?
oh god, from sitting in grass?
Great.
Yep.
New thing to be scared of, grass.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I thought I
Not
saw
just the
somewhere in the article it
ticks.
said she probably probably got it from sitting in the grass. That's it.
Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, the fact that it's weird because you hear about like viruses, and it's very difficult for a virus to hop from an animal to a human. Like, is this a like can parasites just be like, oh, one day I've discovered a new thing
A
that I
new
fit
host.
into? Yeah, like a new. It doesn't have to be the same animal. Is that like possible? Common?
Um sorry, I was reading what Kyle wrote here. He pointed out that she cooked the warrigal greens, which is a type of grass that she native grass that she went and collected for eating, and that's where she obviously didn't cook it well enough. That's where she got it from. So she wasn't just sitting.
Copy.
She was on that leafy green diet that'll make her live to 150 and got a brain worm. So,
Mhm.
you
It's
know.
true. It's true.
Um sorry, what were you saying? The jump from animals to people, like does that
Well,
happen often?
viruses have a very hard time jumping from animals to people. It's a big thing. It's always big news. But can I mean compare parasites don't I don't hear about that happening regularly either. Is that also a difficult jump?
Well, it can be. It depends on the parasite and it depends on their mutation, right? Anytime a disease, a parasite, an infection jumps from species to species, it's because that's mutated. So, what my guess from reading this, and I don't know, I don't even never even heard of this type of worm or anything, but this worm was probably a snake parasite, right? Which meant that it could
Right.
only deal with relatively cold and low temperatures because if it's a snake parasite, it means it lives in a cold blooded animal. So this
Mhm.
individual worm, not the whole population or whatever, likely or possibly had some kind of adaptation or mutation
Okay.
or
Okay.
evolution to
On the
that
podcast.
enabled it to survive in much hotter temperatures. So that when it
Hmm.
was ingested, when it was cooked, and when it was ingested, instead of just
Yeah.
dying from mammalian body temperatures, what is it, 98.7 or whatever, it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fine in here, and just crawled its way into her brain, as opposed to in any other mammal or any other worm of that species would probably just die from the heat, right? Because
Right.
this is a parasite that typically inhabits cold-blooded animals. So it's a mutation. And, that's how evolution happens. All it would take is for two of those worms that both have this variance to be able to survive in warm blood or mammals or whatever to mate and create a whole generation of them and then another generation. And now we've got brainworms, that didn't
Dude.
exist before.
Also, how the fuck did it end up in the brain? I mean, you're eating this thing. It must have gone like through the sinus as you were swallowing or something. Otherwise,
Those
it's in your
things
stomach.
happen. Yeah.
Oh my
Those things
god,
happen.
it's
There's all these parasites that migrate to various parts of your body, and that's they know to do that, and how, I don't really know, but they go to that specific area of your body.
dude, it's wild. Yeah. Kyle
Wow.
said here that she started experiencing subtle changes in memory and thought processing, which terrifies me because that's just part of aging.
Well, that's
So,
what I was gonna say. She
mm,
probably just thought it was aging, Like, I feel like
yeah.
if that happened to me, I'd be like, "Ah, I can't remember that. Ah, I must be getting older." Like, just write it
To
off, you know?
a
Yeah,
1000%, dude.
yeah.
Especially as guys, we're like, "Oh, I'm not going to the doctor." Like, it's anxiety. I'm fine.
Can
I'll
can
drink.